markets take another dip to restart and refuel this moon boy ship. My dreams may be futile, but it's you say, well, my dreams may be futile, but Bitcoin bull keeps charging away. Oh, you see, my Bitcoin bull keeps charging away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not the bubble. I'm not the bubble. I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble. I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble. I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble. I'm not the bubble. I'm not the bubble. I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble. I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. A Bitcoin bull is all I got left. Sold my clothes, gold no less. Walls are circling, hollow hands. This man's stronger than the average man. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm not the bubble. Day the markets take another dip to restart and refuel this moon boy ship. My dreams may be futile, but it's you say, well,
And now we are live and everyone should be able to hear us and see us. So welcome to this show. I'm very happy to have you here, Bill. How are you doing today?
Busy, extremely busy. We're in the final stages of our self-minting sprint, which is codenamed Audi, and along with that, our smart compiler and the ability to self-mint will go live. So we're in the sort of the final throes of that. So it's always a bit of a crazy time. So quite busy. How about yourself?
I try to keep my to-do list at maximum 3 items, and then I move it to the backlog if it gets too long and I don't do it. And currently it's up at 28 items. So I can relate that it's a lot to do, but that is fine. It's the space. It's all good. But for people that don't know Phantasma Chain, what is Phantasma Chain in like a elevator pitch in a short sentence? What is Phantasma Chain?
Okay, so our tagline that we go with right now is, Phantasma Chain. We create, we connect, you create and control. It's an open blockchain solution and development solution that is geared specifically to be really, really open and to allow people to do exactly what they want when they want and have full ownership of everything without all the costs associated with other blockchains. So it's extremely flexible. And we've coined it as a next generation blockchain because some of the features that I'll show in our NFT capabilities, the ability to, we're a very open chain, so we allow people to swap voluntarily across the Neo, our mainnet, and the Ethereum blockchains.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is doing that. So we've got a very, very rich SDK, advanced NFT capabilities with 2 second block times, unlimited side chains. The list goes on.
Yeah, and I saw that you have like 5,000 transactions per second possible per side chain, if I understood correct. Yes. So that's good. Currently, I guess there's just one chain running, or do you have side chains as well?
We've got a couple of side chains, we just don't use them.
Yeah.
We haven't needed to yet, but the scalability is there. So as things start to ramp up and it gets a little bit busier, it's quite easy just to move everything across to a side chain, and then that just gets dedicated for a specific purpose. And the cool thing about side chains too is that they can be customized to meet any specific requirements that may come up. At the moment, we haven't had any of those use cases yet, but if that does come up, we have that flexibility.
Yeah, and you have two tokens. One is the calorie one, the kcal, and then we
the
then
one
we have
that we're all trying to burn.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
one that we're trying to burn all the time. Yes. So one is our energy token. Our energy token, kcal, kilocalories, and that is required for everything that happens on the chain. So from everything from a transaction to what's really cool, and I was helping you before set up a wallet. If you have some kcal, which I can flick over to you, you can set a name for your wallet. So instead of just having a string of numbers, you can actually have a name.
Yeah. So like a human readable name, so it will be easier for people to interact with it.
That's right. Yeah, and so instead of sending to P257, you know, I just.
And it will be easier for me to remember as well.
Well, you know, you might even be able to get Anders. I mean, the chain's quite new, right? Still, so you know, I was able to lock in my son's name, for example. You know,
yeah,
it was quite cool.
But that is good. And today we will keep this pretty short, and we will focus on something that I find very interesting. And the NFT space is huge currently. It's growing. Things are exploding, and people do not keep track of everything that is happening. You guys are doing something you call smart NFTs. So what is a smart NFT, and how can you show that to us?
Okay, so a smart NFT, well, for all intents and purposes, it's probably best if I do a share, actually.
Yeah.
So I'll just
share screen. It should be all possible right now. I think I approved you. Yeah. Sure.
So well, the question is, what's a smart NFT, but what's a dumb NFT? Okay. Yeah. So a dumb NFT is an NFT that is pre-minted. So it's not minted on demand. It has very static values. And it essentially, it sort of comprised, most of the NFTs out there sort of fit into that category. It's basically just a bunch of information that gets put into a token, and that forms an NFT as an ID and some metadata, and that's it, right? It gets minted beforehand, and then you buy it, and that's it. You know, you still have the benefit of being able to transfer it and so forth, but we've taken it an extra step. So our NFTs, they do a lot more than just that. The first big part is they're minted on demand. Now I'll show you that, but let me just give you the quick spiel first. They are minted on demand. So as you purchase an NFT, they get minted on the chain at the time of purchase. Yeah. So there's no pre-minting. NFTs can be infused with anything you want. So you can put other tokens inside the NFT. You can put other NFTs in the NFT. Now, an example of that is one of, if I go and have a look at one of these vehicles. So this is sort of like the showcase title, and it was the main reason that was actually kind of drew me to Fantasma to begin with, because I'm close friends with the creators of this title, 22 series. Yeah. And I was involved in blockchain, and they were hunting around for a solution for their title, which they've been working on forever. Now, these are game developers.
And if people don't know this is one of the most cool looking games that integrate blockchain currently, 22 Racing.
Yeah, well, this is what it looks like. I was playing it the other day.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got a fun video on my YouTube channel of the creator sitting in my lounge room next to the cat playing it and making me look really bad.
Yeah, you can go to 22racingseries.com and you can look at this with the zoom share. The video lags a bit, but it doesn't if you go there yourself.
Yeah, just go there yourself.
So I linked it in chat if anyone wants to go.
Yeah, as part of the giveaway from this video, I'll be giving away one of the racing licenses. So you'll be able to go to their solution for serving that, which is they have a Steam-like solution. Yeah. And basically, you install it, you link your wallet, and and you can launch your titles. So that's really cool. So they wanted it to be as seamless as possible. And so what I'll do as part of this is I'll be giving away a free gaming license. All you need to do is go into either via the web store or download the actual client, or both. And just let me know what your public address is, and I'll fire you a racing license so you can actually go and play it for yourself. Just beware, it is, you need a half decent gaming rig. You don't need an absolute cutting edge, but you need one. So
I think my rig will do fine for me, at least. And I have already downloaded it on Steam. You can find it. There's a beta version. Today there was an issue with the API if anyone wants to try it, but they are working on it and it will be fixed very soon. So
yeah, that only came up in the last 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
And actually pointed it out to us just before this. So I've got them busy addressing that. So yes, but it is integrated with Steam. So if you link your Steam account, you can actually play all your Steam and blockchain games from Pavilion, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So as part of this, I'll be giving away a racing license so you can actually go and play it yourself. Now, what is a smart NFT? Okay, so we already covered what a dumb NFT is, right?
Yeah.
A dumb NFT, pre-minted, static variables that all just sort of gets pre-assembled and shipped out. Now, on a lot of these card games and so forth, they get pre-minted before the event. Now, our NFTs, the best way to show you is just to click on one. Now, firstly, they're multi-layered, right? So this NFT, which represents the Kraken preseason vehicle, is actually comprised of a whole bunch of other NFTs.
Yep.
So each one of these is an NFT in itself. So
and we can see that they are all Kraken themed.
Yeah, that was, they have a marketing affiliation deal with this. I think Garth met them on the floor in San Francisco, so that was quite cool. And they're really quite big fans of this title. They're potentially going to be a payment option for Pavilion at some point. So now what's also really cool about this is because this NFT is comprised of multiple NFTs, as the game matures, there's the scrapping option. So if, say, you have this vehicle, but you want to use the parts and go and build your own NFT with bits of this and bits from, say, you've got one of the Phantasma ones or the AMD.
Yeah.
You know, there's a vehicle creator in the title, and you can actually use all your parts. Now you'll see with just want to get, this is my wallet. You can see all the parts I've got. I went a little bit crazy.
I can relate to being crazy. You have 22 pages of these. That's nice.
This is nothing. There's some guys are, I think Philip has, I've lost count. I think I looked at his wallet, and he has.
Yeah, so you, what I can see here is that you have a few partners. You have AMD and you have Kraken, and Kraken is one of the oldest and biggest exchanges, and then AMD, everyone should know what AMD is.
Yeah, AMD are big supporters. So Steel Series, I've actually got a. So they provide a lot of the. Yeah, they provide a lot of the equipment and so forth as part of the sponsorship. They actually help the guys set up booths. So we're at PAX. Unfortunately, PAX this year due to COVID was was online, and it wasn't quite as smooth as we were kind of hoping. But they had to sort of cobble that together. But anyway, look, the first element is they're multi-layered. So a few elements. So we've got the minting on demand, but also the fact that they are comprised of other NFTs.
Yep.
So each vehicle now, so that gives you the benefit of being able to actually scrap these. So say you have this car, but you want to scrap it and build your own one. You could do that, and you get all the parts like you can see here. And so I can go into the title and build my own vehicle, mint that as an NFT, and sell it to someone else, race it, whatever. This is the whole thing. We connect, you create and control. We don't really care what people do with this stuff, but we just want them using it. And you know what's really interesting, and that's when I'll get into the next part, is the self-minting, which is the reason I'm a bit frazzled and busy, is because we're in the final stages of getting that ready for go live.
And self-minting, is that for other NFTs, or is that for car parts that you can design as well?
No, so this was a showcase sort of title, which shows all the best parts of it. Now, one other part of the smart NFT is the fact that they can be timed. Now, this has really, really far-reaching impacts. So say, for example, with PAX Online 2020, this NFT was only valid between September 12th and September 20.
Yeah.
So for the event, everyone that had a wallet got one of these. And what that let you do was play the game for the duration of the event. And after the event finished, you could no longer do it anymore. So that has far-reaching impacts. So imagine we're talking to people from all over the place, everyone from music to people that coordinate events. So can you imagine a ticket to something, right? It's only valid for the concert.
So so you still get to keep the NFT, but the NFT is not valid as a ticket to the game anymore, as a license, or what we should call it.
Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah.
You know, you can burn it if you want to, but you still got it, but it's just it's not valid. It's like keeping your old tickets for a concert that you went to or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's your property still. There's a rarity to it, but yeah, I mean, it's only valid for now. That has a lot of impact, right? Because the use cases for that can cover everything from say for musicians. Now this is quite interesting, and I'll move over to the self meeting, which we're about to go live, but musicians found us. We weren't even really thinking about music. We were thinking more sort of art or those sort of things. And House of NFT, a guy named Jesse, who's a musician, has been looking for this exact solution where artists can create their music and put it up online and own it. And it's an NFT that they can sell, and they retain the rights to it. They retain all the royalties to it. And that is a complete polar opposite, as I'm learning, because I don't really know much about the music business, but apparently that is a complete polar opposite to what the reality is for a lot of musicians out there.
Yeah.
So I'm learning all this stuff at the moment, which is quite interesting. So you can imagine, say, for music example, you would say you come up with a new song, you might want to let people listen to it for maybe a week or a couple of days or something like that. So you could actually create a timed NFT that gets airdropped to everybody that has a wallet and say, hey, check out my new song. You know, if you like it, you can listen to it for a few days or whatever, and then it expires, and then they have to go buy it. So that's, you know, the possibilities of that are quite profound. And
yeah, for sure. And actually Dead Mouse is dropping NFT collectibles right now. Well, it goes live in next week, if I remember correctly. And that is also cool. So there are big musicians doing this thing, the NFT, and testing that space in many ways. So that's very nice.
Yeah. So that brings us to our next point. Now, this actually, you know, I've got quite a big diagram of conceptually how the self-minting works. Now, what the self-minting does, now what 22 Racing Series did here, they did it all via APIs, and it's all very, you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah,
right?
command line interface.
Yeah, you got to be pretty good. This is even beyond, you know, my knowledge. So you need to know what you're doing, right? What this does is it opens up the same functionality to everybody that has a web browser. Okay, and this is a really fantastic product, and we're all rallying really hard to get it. Yep, it's still running down there. So we're all rallying very hard to get this over the line. And we're in the final phases of testing. The thing about testing is you find small little glitches, and unfortunately, you've got to fix them up.
And so, after live, you find other glitches that you didn't notice.
Well, that's true. But this is what it looks like. This is the one that we're testing at the moment.
Yeah, I actually went into Ghost Market yesterday, and I like the simplicity and how easy it was to navigate. So that was very nice.
Yeah, Vincent and the guys, the Ghost Devs team behind this are absolutely fantastic. Really, really good guys.
So we have the human hype machine there.
Yeah, I thought, you know, just for a fun example, we could use one of your avatars from Telegram. And,
yeah.
Let's put the human hype machine. So, you know, it's same as anything else, right? You've got you can create more than one, but we're just doing one.
And you can create your own collection there as well. It looks like.
Yeah, he's got tooltips as well.
Yeah.
Oops, typo.
Nice.
So, you give it a name, you give
Yeah.
it a description. Now, you can choose whether it's art, music, generic, or a game. We're just going to use generic, well, we're going to use art because it's technically
Yeah.
art. And then what you can do is you have a whole bunch of really cool controls here. So you've got, you can choose the royalties. So,
And
this
will that
lets
be
you-
on all second market trades, the royalties? Yeah.
Yep. So
I guess all second market that use the Ghost Market interface, because I guess you can send them to other people without paying that royalty.
well, that's correct. But if every time it gets listed and sold on Ghost Market,
Yeah.
you get a percentage of that. So you can actually choose your royalties.
Yeah.
And you can see it all getting reflected down in here. You can choose how many you want. You can choose the maximum. And what this does, you can set a whole bunch of attributes. They're not really necessary for what we're showing here, but what you can see here is it's all being reflected. Now, this has also an added benefit too. Not only are you using, and we spoke about KCal, our energy token.
Yeah.
And I made this sort of joke that we're always trying to burn kilocalories, just so we don't get fat.
And I actually see there that the network fees is almost nothing. And then the market with the interface and everything, I guess they add this as a fee to use it.
That's correct. So,
yeah.
So I think 36 KCal is, 2 cents at the moment. So
it's enough.
It's not much, right?
And one question here. Currently, you have put quantity at 5 and max supply at 4. Will that work when you hit the create button? I guess it wouldn't.
No, you need to match that up.
Yeah.
But then you can also choose what you infuse it with. Now, this was the part that we were speaking before. You can infuse other tokens within your NFT.
Yeah.
So it's not quite the same as infusing with other NFTs, but it's quite similar.
And if I burn it later, I get that infused token.
Yes. So if you look at the topological diagram, if you burn it, you get a return of your infused assets, right? So you infuse here. Now we leverage a cached storage, which only can be unlocked for big data. So this solves the problem of it uses a content delivery network. So if you have videos or music where it's quite big and intensive, it solves the problem of if you need to stream it or whatever, it solves that problem, but it can only be unlocked if you have the keys and there's a smart contract that controls all that.
Yeah.
But yes, everything that you use to infuse the NFT then gets, if you burn it later on, you get it all back, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
So your royalties, obviously, that's for every time you
every time someone buys it after that, like the Ghost Market has another fee on top of that for buying or.
Yeah, and all these fees, they're all quite small, but what we also do as part of the KCal that we put into Mint, we also burn some too. And the only way you can generate KCal, I'll get to that in a second.
We have a question: how many NFTs has been minted? And I saw the Racing Series has over 250,000 NFTs. If I
tell you right now, hang on.
When I was looking, yes, I think it was like 267,000 or something like that yesterday.
Yeah, let me just, I can actually show you. We've got a live tally up here. What's cool too at the moment is they're running their first cross project promotion.
Yeah,
where they're doing parts packs, which give you an opportunity to unlock a Travala preseason. I don't know if you know about Travala project, but that's the blockchain travel.
Yeah, and I also saw those packs, and I was like, the NFT addict in me was feeling like I should perhaps get some soul and KCal and stake the soul.
You got to have one. I mean, but what's cool about this is later on they're going to run a whole stage of tournaments where you'll be able to race. So Matt, Steve, and the creators, they all got their own vehicles that had their own names on it. And
one in the chat says there's 280,000 NFTs right now. So he gave us the breakdown as well.
Well, it's right. We can actually get the number is, where'd they put it? There you go. We're nearly up to 300,000.
Yeah.
So they did the sums of what that would have cost on ETH because this is the reason what drew me to Phantasma in the first place. Is
Yeah.
they were looking for a solution for what they wanted to do, and obviously they're an independent studio. I mean, they've got very good partnerships and very good backing, but at the end of the day, they don't have millions of dollars to be spending on this stuff, right? And all they have to do is, the only way that you can generate KCAL is by staking the governance token Sol. And that's why the supply of KCAL is really low, is because it only gets generated. So this is my wallet here. It only gets generated when I hit this button here.
Yeah.
And then those get minted on demand. So they had a whole bunch of Sol, they staked it, and they've essentially done this for free. And it has two benefits there. One, they're using the blockchain and they're staking Sol, which takes Sol out of circulation, but it's also leveraging KCAL, which also has a network fee which burns it. So not only are they generating it, but they're also burning it at the same time. So it's like this pretty sustainable
yeah, it's a
model.
system token that is actually used and burnt, and then, well, we get the new ones.
Yeah, so look, yeah, getting back to the self-minting, which we're really, really rushing to get live. It's taken a little bit longer than we'd hoped, but it's only because we've done so much testing. But you get a choice of, do you want to just mint it, or do you want to have it like minted and put it on the marketplace straight away, right? So that gives you that option, and you can choose for what you want to sell it for. Do you want to sell it for Ethereum, Gas, Neo, KCAL, Sol, the Godia tokens, which are redeemable in the title.
And Godia is the team behind 22 Racing, if anyone want to know.
That's correct. Yeah, this is my fun token that the guys created for me. So what's really cool about our chain, you can see here that with each wallet, you have the option. You see, every time you create a wallet, you actually get a Fantasma, mainnet, and Neo, and Ethereum wallet. So you can actually swap your assets across, all three chains, which is really quite cool. And now that's another point that I was going to make as well, is when you mint via the self-minting, or you mint in any other way, our NFT token standard is completely compatible. So we actually looked at the ERC 2711, I think, is the standard, well, the NFT standard for Ethereum.
Yeah. And
we've ensured that our NFT standard is fully compatible with that. So you will be able to use our Ethereum interoperability to, if you do mint it on our chain and you want to move it to Ethereum later on, you can do that.
That is very nice, and I guess that will be held in some kind of smart contract on your chain, and then will be minted on Ethereum.
That's how we do our token swapping at the moment, right? It gets locked, it goes into a contract, gets locked on one end, it gets unlocked on the other end, and vice versa. So that's when you're swapping back and forth. So to get exchange listings, right? To get an Ethereum exchange ERC 20 exchange listing, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we launched this, we started Uniswap pools. We would like to get more people involved in those pools, but it is what it is. We're going to keep pushing that and incentivizing it. But what it does is it gives you, as soon as we were able to launch the Ethereum swapping, we're able to, getting a whole bunch of trading options. And it's no different with the NFTs, right? I mean, if you can move a token, you can move an NFT, because at the end of the day, it's just a token, as long as it's compatible.
Yeah.
You also have the ability to lock the NFT, so it's only really visible to you. Now,
okay, so only visible to me.
Yep.
Cool.
So if, say, you want to mint it, but you want to keep it private, you have that option as well. The actual
how does that work? Can't I find it on the blockchain anyway?
You'll need to have you can see how my wallet is linked here.
Yeah.
So your wallet will need to be hooked up for you to unlock that. You might actually, I might even, after the dust settles, you might even tee up a session with Vincent, who actually built all this.
Yeah, that would be cool, and I can dig into some of the more technical aspects as well. So that's very good.
Yeah, there is a smart contract behind it. There is a standard. Obviously, it all gets locked, but you need your wallet connected. You can see my wallet, the Mankini wallet here is hooked up at the moment. So you can see it's actually, I'm using Phantasma Link to hook it up to here.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's reflected here. So I'm completely hooked up at the moment. So I can actually go and buy all this stuff online. And that's why when I was minting before with the self-minting, Oh, good.
Let's see if your dev, yeah, your dev wanted to. No, it didn't want to play anymore. And
I think it's timed out. It's okay.
yeah, good. And then we can see it quickly. So we just choose
It's really not a big deal.
Yeah, and I guess it get, as I saw on the image, it get uploaded into IPFS, and that can take a few seconds to a few minutes to actually get the image uploaded properly. So
correct.
that's why it can take a few before you see it.
Let me just no. It's just I just need to refresh my session. There it goes. I had this open like for about 2 hours before we were speaking, just to make sure I could show everything to you. So let me show you minting on demand. Right, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do is, as part of this video, is I'm going to give away one of these racing licenses. So I'm just going to go and buy one right now. Actually, I'm going to buy a couple of things. I'm going to buy a racing license. It's been generous. Just one will do. Thanks, guys. I think I already had one in my shopping cart. Okay. Okay. So this is actually minting right now. Okay, you can actually view it on the Explorer.
We also have a question. The chat saw that there's a tournament and there's over $15,000 in it. Can anyone participate? Do you need to register? Do you need to have this license?
Anyone that's participated, anyone that has a racing license can join.
Nice.
And what they've done, what the guys have done is 10% of all the proceeds from the sale, they've put it up as part of the tournament. So the founder of this title is really big on esports. Now, if you have a look here,
yeah, they do like Dota 2, and Dota 2 gets a big pot from that concept. So yeah, we see it.
You can see it all here on the Explorer, right? So it's minted. It's spent this much. How much fees? It's spent some cacao. And and now it's in my wallet. So if anyone wants, after the video, if anyone wants to go create a Pavilion wallet, I'll you can choose the winner, and I'll give one of these.
Also, so just comment on the video, not in the chat. On the video, comment something about the game and your public address, and we can make that happen. We can have it over the weekend, so people have a few days to participate.
Sure. If you actually, I'll put let me just do one more bit as well. So let's do a parts pack, right? This is quite cool, right? So this is a pack that does a roll of the dice, and which you were showing me before with there was a cool thing on Wax where you got similar thing. So with each one of these, you receive 5 parts that you can use to build your own vehicles, but you also have a chance unlock of unlocking one of their pre-season vehicles. Now, so with the Chavala one, you get a chance of unlocking that, but you also have the AMD, the Steel Series, the Kraken, there's the Phantasma. There's a plenty. Sorry, not the Phantasma one. They're all on auction, but yes, you have a chance, and all the code is open for that. So let's do it again, and you can see here right now. You know, I'm buying it. It's hitting the chain and it's minting. Like that.
Yeah, very nice.
No mucking around. Just, so if I go to my inventory now, you can see all these things have landed.
Yeah.
Right. So I just bought a regular parts pack, but I've also got a Chavala parts pack. So what I can also do is now with the Smart NFT, I can actually open it.
Yeah, you do everything inside the same app. That's nice.
So it's opening, it's doing the roll of the dice. And what did I get? Sometimes it can take a few seconds.
This is like the opening packs is always very exciting to see what's inside it, see what you get. It's for sure addicting to do that.
Yeah, sometimes it can take a little bit before they land, but
API blockchain. Okay, link.
It should be pretty instant.
Let's see if I can go. And like if you want to put up a reference, how do you do that for the marketplace? Let's see if I can actually, let's close this.
If you go to ghostmarket.io, it looks like it's taking a little bit to do the roll of the dice, but we can check back later. But so what it does do there is, shouldn't have taken that long, but what you will end up with is eventually you get all the, you'll get all your parts. And there's also a chance unlock of getting the vehicle as well. So yeah, I'm just unsure as to why that's.
I have had a similar experience. It always seemed to find issues when you do things live.
Yeah, true.
But we can see that it has worked before, so it should work.
I know it works. It works. You just got to give it a little bit. Yeah, there's a fair bit of there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes before you receive that. But
and for anyone, if you download this app on your desktop, I did it this morning, and I had anyway when I started it, I had to update it, and the icon for that is in the top right corner of the interface. And like,
yes, that's up the top here.
If you have the Poltergeist wallet, can you use that to log into to the interface as well?
Yeah, you can actually. So if I log out here, that's what I was showing you before. If I log out, so I can add multiple.
Yeah.
If I log out, if I log in, so you have a choice here. So with this, you can put your Fantasma width in. I'll be very careful here.
You should probably do it on another screen, not show whatever.
No, look, you just go in say Poltergeist wallet, which is probably the most popular wallet, but you can actually do it in here. But if you do create your own Phantasma wallet in Poltergeist, or you can actually create it in here, a Pavilion wallet, or you can import your Phantasma one. But if you have a Phantasma wallet, you can simply go here and export your private key. And the width, obviously never share that, keep it safe. I recommend there's a cool tool called KeyPass too, which if you set a strong password, it's a good way of storing that stuff. I've been using that for enterprise for a long time.
While you do this, I just put my wallet above, so you whatever you do doesn't get shared if you make a mistake, but it should be good. And I'm inside and everything.
I'll just move it over there.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
Everything works good. It's sad if for some reason the copy paste goes to the wrong place when you're live.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
It's a sad day.
Yeah, that's. I'll just get my wallet up here. But yeah, look, this is well known to this is well known to our community and so forth. But so we'll go back over here. I've just done the import with my own. So that was I've logged in with. Let me just hang on. Let me just log in as with my Fantasma.
And while we're at it, I just got myself one of these referral links. I think that should be pointing to me right now. I posted it in chat if anyone wants to go in and explore this. I mean, this racing game is very exciting. 22 Racing Series trailer.
So.
There is a 40-second trailer that people can look at as well.
Yeah, I've actually got one on my I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah, there we go. And you can see now that this is my real big wallet. So you can see that I've got a lot of stuff in here. Yeah. So yeah, if someone wants to go and create a wallet, let us know, and you can choose the winner, and I'll send them a racing license so they can go in. And what you do is, so when you it's just like Steam, you go in and you download your game, and then you just play it. I actually got a pretty cool where's my YouTube? Maybe you can share my. Geez, no.
That is you in the middle there.
uh, so, actually, let me
I think you
share
need to
this
open
with
it.
you.
Yeah.
This is the founder playing it the other night. Don't know
Yeah,
if you can see that.
if you share it to me, I can play it, and it will be way smoother to the user than over Zoom.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the result of that because I just got a new phone and.
Nice. I will open it and I will put it on top so everyone watching right now can actually see it.
Yeah, that's him playing in the same room that I'm sitting in, embarrassing the crap out of me. Pretty cool too, because we've been in COVID lockdown for about 18 months now, so it was really nice to finally have him over and play it. You know, I hadn't dusted it off. But look, this is old news for us. You know, this thing's been live for almost a year now, and it's just evolved as we're going. But this is really powerful. This is where a lot of the musicians are coming to us because they really want to put their music up there, and they love the timed elements. They love everything about it. The fact that they retain ownership, royalties, everything that they get screwed on outside of blockchain, they get to use here. You know, we didn't even think about it as a use case, which is you know, it's quite cool when you build something and then people come and tell you what you should be, what they should be using it for. So.
Yeah, well, that's almost always the case. People don't really use things as they are intended. They use things as they see it.
Well, the gentleman that did the backdrop that you're looking at with me is our lead artist. He was really big on this because he wants to sell his art, his digital art. He's a brilliant guy. And so we were always just instantly thinking, oh, it's going to be art. And then musicians like, hey, we can do this too. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, there's some good interviews. If you go to our YouTube, you can see some really cool interviews. And shout out to House of NFT, Jesse. He's the musician that he's only sort of starting his YouTube presence, but it's getting bigger by the day.
Yeah, and all of these are linked in the description of the video, so you can just find it there. The Medium, the website, the marketplace, the game, the YouTube, everything there. So now, creating the NFT, walk quickly through us. You described before what everything is, so how do we do it? We just enter the name, you have uploaded the image. What's the next step?
That's it, you just mint it.
Yeah.
But look, I've got my live wallet hooked up to this. We're still got this in testing, but that's what will.
So this will be live. Do we have it today, in a week, before Christmas, before New Year's, before Valentine's?
We wanted it last week. Actually, we wanted it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So look, we're in the final throes of testing now, and I've already prepared the communications for it. We're literally getting the deployment run sheet ready and just ironing out a few loose ends because there has been some minor changes to the way that we handle the NFT minting that the team behind 22 series need to factor into their title.
Yeah.
And now look, when you look at Pavilion, I mean, at the moment there's just one title on it, right? But you can obviously you can link your Steam games, but this was not intended just to be used to serve up one title. So we've got there's Blood Rune. If you go to our
that's like an NFT card game, if I understood it correctly.
Yeah, but it has a physical counterpart too. So look, I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons guy, I never have been, but when I spoke to them originally, and they pitched the concept of it's Dungeons and Dragons in 60 minutes. But also you can take your NFT cards and you can actually get real cards that match the NFT, and then you can take it to, like, if you want to go to a friend's place, which is probably not happening that much at the moment. Hopefully we get the vaccine's safe and everyone can get back out there a bit more. But if you go to a friend's place and you take all your cards with you, you can take all your NFT cards with you, and you play the board game. Then you go back and you can play it online again. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
a very
that's great. And
ingenious
there's an
idea.
interview with that team on your where they walk through that physical game as well on your YouTube if anyone wants to look at it.
Yeah, look, it's not really my genre, but it's a big genre, and
Yeah.
that's quite cool. So there's Crusaders Dynasty coming as well now, and also the creators behind this. You don't go through gaming for 20 years without making some friends. So they've got their own contexts that they're actually building for this. So watch that space. We also have some internally built titles. One's called Catacomb, which is actually pretty simple. Change Games are building something at the moment. Everyone's building. So we've got. They've seen the framework, right? We've got the one-stop shop where you can just go in. We've got the marketplace.
Yeah, all the foundations are either there or being
there.
built. With the minting will be the next level. And then if anyone wants to know more about the 22 Racing, the guys behind that project, if you look at the titles they worked on before, you will find that you can trust them, that they will deliver a game, and you can see that it's playable in the video we shared before. So I am very psyched about this because I really like the game. It's a skill-based game, but it's very simple. You drive forward, but if you make the wrong decision, you will fall behind quite vastly. And that is me without playing it, just looking at it based on previous games that I played.
It is.
So that is very exciting, for sure.
You can have the best turns, best line in the world. And, I was sort of watching. We were playing split screen the other night, and I was watching him, and he's a very specific way of upgrading his vehicle during the game, and then he was just blasting me. Even it doesn't matter how good I was racing, if you weren't doing the right things at the right times, you were. And everyone might have their own strategy, and then you can team up and all that sort of thing. But so we've got the marketplaces there, self-minting, about to go live. We've got the Pavilion that's there for hosting and distributing games, but not only that, linking wallets, linking Steam, linking everything else, making it a seamless experience. So if you go and create a wallet in here, which you did before, you don't even need to know that there's blockchain behind it. You just know that you have a wallet, right?
Yeah. You sign up and it works, and you can play the game. That's how a blockchain should work. It should be in the background. You should not focus on the blockchain part, but actually the interaction. And it looks like that is the direction that you are going.
Absolutely, yeah. It's something we've always been quite big on.
And we actually have two questions. One is that someone said it is late to the show, and this will be available. You can play it. You can go back, and as soon as YouTube has handled it, it will be public on the YouTube as well. And also, one question is: are you Greek?
My heritage is Greek. Yes,
I guess that's from your last name. I actually had that in a DM as well as a question.
Yeah, but a lot of Greeks. I think there's maybe 600,000 Greeks living in Melbourne, where I live, and the old joke is 600,000 Greeks, and it's across just 3 families.
Yeah. And okay, this game. As all games, they are probably delayed, but it should go live soon, the full game, or how is that process going?
Really well, actually. Watch that space. We've sidetracked a little bit along the journey because the guys wanted to do they soon saw that they needed a way to serve it up. Obviously, there's going to be some small tweaks to correlate with the self-minting that I was showing before. And then we've actually engaged a full stack developer, shared resource, who's been working with us for a while, but have sort of solidified that he's going to be shared across us and the Godey team.
And for a user
really
that want to play this, you can find it on Steam. Can you also buy it directly on Steam? And when you do that, you get one of these licenses in your wallet, or?
The Steam is detached from the blockchain. So if you can either buy when it goes fully live, you can buy a Steam copy. but the idea with Pavilion is to buy the NFT copy. So if you buy it on Steam, I can't give it to you. I can't sell it to you. I would have to give you my Steam account.
Yeah.
And then, there's people that do that, right? They sell their Steam accounts. You buy the blockchain NFT, you buy this one, which I'll be giving one of them away for free. I can give it to you. You can give it back to me. I can sell it. I can do whatever I want. You don't get that ability on Steam. But yes, you will be able to buy it on Steam if you're not a.
Yeah, people might like that's the convenience to have it in their own account, like they have everything else. But also you can play it from your launcher, and you have the NFT, and you can trade it like games should be, but they haven't been in digital form. So that is very nice.
Yeah, and this, I mean, we're incredibly excited about the self-minting now. Not only with the self-minting, you can see all the test, some of the test ones that we've done.
That is a very nice beach picture from you.
That's not a real body.
But is there a multiplayer live now, or when will the multiplayer be live for that game? Do you have any date for that?
You can direct link now. You can split screen, or you can direct link.
And the direct link is like I invite someone to play with.
Yeah, you direct link. Yeah, and it's peer to peer. It's not. So that's obviously they're really big parts. So what they've done is they sort of pivoted a little bit to, I think that's been the word of the year almost. They went off on a tangent a little bit to go and build all the blockchain elements to it.
Yeah.
But what they've done now is engaged a bunch of dedicated blockchain developers, full stack developers, and we share them across both organizations, and that will let their main lead game developers go back and finish the actual game.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's a lot of game there right now. I mean, if you compare it to anything else that's hooked up to the blockchain, I don't really see. I think there's a couple that are
like Blankos, which is the new game. I guess that's the most advanced other NFT game.
Yeah, some are interesting, I would say. What's even more interesting too is with the parts. Where's my wallet? We entered a competition, and there was an NFT awards competition, and we put the parts pack as one of them, and it got rejected. And we're like, why is it rejected? And they rejected it on the basis that they couldn't see how this possibly is an NFT. And we're like, no, it's an NFT. It's infused. It actually goes off, and it will actually does a roll of the dice and then mints other NFTs, which then land in your wallet. And we had to explain that to them. I've got this funny email trail, and then they rejected it, then they re-accepted it, and it didn't win anyway. But
yeah, and that is kind of funny, because these packs that you can buy, or boxes or crates or whatever that contain NFTs, that exist on Wax as well. So they should be aware of that, because there's multiple chains where this kind of thing is. But then again, my experience is that those that focus on Ethereum, they forget everything else outside that is happening, which is kind of sad, because there's a lot of development happening in many places, and this is one of them that I find very exciting when I look at and talk about. So you guys are doing something nice. Yeah.
The key thing is we wanted it to be flexible, we wanted it to be cheap, and we wanted it to be fast.
Yeah,
and they're the three things that we sort of keep, number one priorities.
And you have the scalability as well with all the side chains and everything, so that's great.
That's correct. Yes. Now, on that note, I need to probably need to get back.
Yeah,
to work.
we said we were going to do a quick one, and we have been on for a long time. So I really thank you for coming here. What I want you to do after this is create the Wax account. I will give you a link, and I will send you some NFT to play with as well, and you can explore that as well. And I would love to get back to you when everything is live, and we can perhaps showcase the creator more, and the game is live and everything. So in a few weeks to a few months.
Playable.
Yeah, but I mean, like
the
the full game is live and everything that is coming. There are a lot of things, like your roadmap is filled with things. You have decentralized email storage and a few other things. So I guess we didn't even touch the ground on what Phantasma Chain is working on.
The way we're testing the emails, we're actually replacing our own internal email first with that. And then once we're happy with it, we're going to ship it out to the public. We've got other titles coming, the Catacombs coming. There's so much going on.
There's more topics to cover, so I'm very happy to have you back in a while and discuss that further, or perhaps someone else from your team, and perhaps both. So that would be awesome. So is there anything else that you want to add in the end here, or should we just say thank you so much for coming on and sharing this with us? Very excited to see what you're doing in the NFT space.
No, just ping me afterwards. Let me know who the winner is, and give me their details, and I'll flick over a racing license. I'll flick you one and some parts, and we can do a bit of a swap.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of this. That's
exactly.
That's the cool thing about all this,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, I can send you some, you send me some. That's what it's all about.
And we can have some fun, and I will for sure play the game. I'm a big gamer, and I will when I get it launched and tested it that everything works on my PC, I will probably do some live streaming playing it just to see how it works.
Oh, please do, yeah, and let us know when you're doing it too, because we'll make sure we subscribe. Actually, remind me, I've got to subscribe to your actual YouTube channel. I've even got around.
That's very nice. So thank you so much. I know that you gotta go. We can't keep you for.
We've got to finish self-minting. Got to finish it. Got to get it out.
And everyone, just comment in on this video. We have the weekend on you to do that. Comment your public address and something about either Phantasma Chain or the racing game, just to show that you're actually just not dropping a wallet, that you're actually doing something fun. All the links are in the description, so go and have fun.
You've already, I mean, the easiest wallet to get started with is if you go to the wallets. This is another thing that we're doing too, is we're actually building a whole new website too, because this one.
There's always things happening. So yeah, the Poltergeist wallet, just go there and download it. I got it running.
Cool too. Ecto's we've got Ecto, which is a Chromium, so it's a Chrome plugin wallet as well.
Yeah.
And Phantom's quite the rich one, and we've got a whole bunch of tutorials.
And this is the interface I'm showing right now for the Poltergeist that anyone can use and interact with. So yeah, have a good one. And it's late for you, it's early for me. My day is it's 1 p.m. My day is just getting started. So thanks so much for coming on.
My day's just getting started too, because the guys from Europe are online now. So.
Yeah, that's the fun part about the blockchain world. We work all day, all night.
It never stops. Yeah. I'll be looking forward to finishing this and taking some time off over the Christmas period. Should be nice.
Yeah.
You stay safe.
Thank you, and thanks everyone for watching, and have a good one.